designed.
Yeah.
Even their interactions with us.
Yeah.
So it's like, and
Based
that
off
genetic
the fact
memory,
that
that genetic memory allows us, and it's for, I presume it's for survival. That's what it would be. That's why we would have it. Same with like not jumping off a cliff, but making us more susceptible to certain behaviors and concepts.
You know what you just reminded me of? So like whenever I'm in school, for some reason, like especially when it's all white kids, everyone automatically thinks I'm tough. Me. And like when it's black people, it's not even like that.
Because that's a defense mechanism.
Yeah, it's
that comes
the
from
genetic memory.
That comes from a guilt. That comes from a deep-seated, you know what I'm saying? That comes from
and
like
it's also to protect your life.
It's because, listen, it's because I'm quiet. White people see that as timid and tough, and black people see that as, why are you so shy? Why you ain't talking?
So quiet?
It's not even that. It's more so they see the color and then see the characteristics. Because if you're a quiet white person,
you're probably gonna shoot up a school.
You know, that's how we view it. But they probably view it as eyes. That's Jack. You just don't talk. You know.
Yeah. Well, I'm weary of that shit.
Yeah. So especially when you're not interacting the way that they would hope you to be with them.
Right.
When you are a different skin color, they do perceive it as a threat because they go, "Oh shit, it's about race."
Right.
Yeah, and they think you're just angry because you're black.
No.
And sometimes you are. Shit.
I mean, I look at like white people. The average white man, he's in love with his heritage. It's the American culture. Get 4 trucks, get your guns, spit tobacco, because that's the American way.
But like again, as I said, it makes you more susceptible to certain concepts. I feel like that because they have something to quote unquote be proud of, or more so be comfortable in, because they're dominant. It would be hard for them to break that genetic code, and that's designed too. They're designed for them to hate us. So I don't think they really like. I think they're aware of it, but they're not aware of how deep it runs.
Right. So my next question.
But I think that if you break the genetic code, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think white people are the enemy. I think big corporate is the enemy.
Big corporate's ran by white people.
But what about like people like I think that like when it comes down to it, yeah.
It's white supremacy.
Oh no, it's not average white people. It's like Rothschilds, Rockefellers, like
no. What I'm talking about the people
and the lower level white motherfuckers keep us in check.
And I'm talking about poor white people who aren't necessarily the problem.
You don't think there's any high up black people up there?
No.
But
what happens is we gotta understand that big corporate white people are controlling and conditioning the thoughts and views of the lower white people.
Yeah,
and that's why they start thinking this way, because I've had so many interactions with white people where they say something racist and I call them out on it. And like I'm not trying to be rude. Like my teacher.
No, it's like I'm trying to tell you that you're.
I'm trying to push you on game,
right,
but you might get fucked up by the next motherfucker.
Yeah, and that's they're susceptible to that idea. They're thinking to themselves, I don't want to. Not necessarily that I'm superior. No.
Oh yeah, you work.
Yeah, I don't want to be working with miter saws and table saws and shit.
Well, I do.
Hi.
I do.
I don't.
I do the best work.
I do this sober.
Well, that means you ain't doing something right with it.
Nah, that's real shit though, y'all.
Yeah.
That's
real.
So it's like, it's one thing, like, I view the very high ups as enemy. I think that, but the only issue is white people, because they're so prideful, because they're so pretentious in all of their ways, that they're unwilling to break that genetic code and allow themselves to be honest with not only their heritage, but the interactions that they've consistently had with other races.
Thus, the downfall of...
It would be the it wouldn't necessarily be the downfall, because they already are down there. It would be a mental downfall. It would be like, wow, we really are shitty. We really were designed to be assholes.
To add what you said about as far as higher up blacks, I do believe are higher up blacks.
You know what,
but
though?
The higher up blacks are only put in place to keep us in
I
check.
will say.
Oh, I agree.
So you got Farrakhan, like anything that has to do just like this. Farrakhan, Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, Barack Obama, Oprah Winfrey.
What was her name? Amorosa or something like that?
Anybody, so I look at like this. Anybody that has
Not Little Baby.
Anybody that has that type of spotlight in this country,
not my baby.
History. Malcolm X said. Malcolm X is the one who brought this. He said this.
Nope.
America already has a perceived notion about the black man. So anybody that's in America's media that they praise, we gotta be weary of that. If they're still around and white America ain't did away with them, we gotta be weary of them. Because we know what is white America.
What they did with Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
Press.
What happened to Lauryn Hill? She's gone. Because Lauryn Hill was what? Come on now.
Yeah, she was telling the truth.
Yeah, they stuck her in a mental hospital. Yeah, they stuck her in a mental hospital.
They had her convicted.
So that's why you gotta watch. That's
One
why
of my musical goals is to work with
watch motherfuckers that look like us. That's been in. That they constantly.
Yeah, because that means like, the reason why is because
you ain't gone for a reason.
Big corporate, the big man, the head nigga in charge. Almost.
Don't even say nigga, because they ain't even fucking worthy.
Yeah, whatever. But that's who's controlling the show, and it's like if you're not representing them, then you can't be on the scene because it's their scene.
Right.
You can't be on their scene if you're not going to represent them.
And what do they represent?
So they shut you down.
Oppression.
Especially if you start speaking. It's one thing to step down, then they don't fuck with you no more. But if you start speaking out while you're on their scene,
come on now.
Right. Woo, then you gotta get committed.
Yeah, because now they need to make you.
Just like
it's already out there. We need to basically make them. We need to discredit them. They're no longer credible. So we stick them in mental hospitals or say that they molested children, like Michael Jackson.
And that's why, like, I really, like, have really thought about, do I want to be a performer and try to make it? Because I do have performance anxiety.
Make your own scene, dude.
Well, I think performance is the best way for me. Just because it's gonna, like, once I have that popularity, you know what I mean? I'll have to, you know, come up with a way to, like, say what people are saying, but in a way that doesn't get me in trouble with the higher ups like that.
You're gonna get in trouble with the higher ups.
But not if I'm saying it in a way.
It's not about saying it in a way. You're saying anything and you look the way you look. It doesn't matter.
But I'm not gonna be like at my concerts, like, they're all out to get us. Oh, I'm an Illuminati. No, I'm gonna be chilling with people and donating, going to people's houses. You know what I mean? Without.
But even still, like, I hate to sound like really like fucking paranoid right now, but they're always watching.
I know.
You have to be careful.
I know.
I love it. I don't mind it. Cause y'all forget this. We dead anyway.
I know, so we might as well go out.
So what are we talking about?
Nat Turner taught me something.
We dead anyway, y'all.
It's just like, even though he died, and you know he turned himself.
And you know, I know. You know what though? Like the fucked up thing is, Ollie is a memory, and he didn't change shit. All he did was inspire. But even that inspiration gets shot down.
Real shit, get shot down by your own kind most of the time.
Oh yeah, just like in the movie, that little boy, he's the coon. Who's like, I'm gonna be safe like that. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, and then he ended up in a fucking war. It's just like, they don't give a fuck about you. You know what I mean?
And the thing is too, the fucked up thing is too, is like, it's like, I was gonna say like it inspires and it not only gets shut down, but it's like, then when people do bring it up to you, they view it as dramatic. But they don't realize that in the time it didn't seem dramatic. You know what I mean? Like
even today, it's not dramatic.
It's like it's not what you think it is.
Think about this.
They've twisted it around. They've turned it. They've even embellished it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sure it wasn't as intense as they make it in the movie. But they do that because the reason why they intensify it is because
they want to send that message.
No. The reason why they intensify it is to basically shed a light over it, like basically put colorful rainbows and shit like that to make it unrealistic. Right. So that way it looks out of reach.
But we should keep in mind too that I'm pretty sure that even in the thickest heat, like the peak of slavery, there were still white people who were just like, get over it.
Yeah, of course.
This is not as bad as you think it is. Just like we have those white people telling us today.
Yeah, I believe.
You know what I mean? So like, no matter what, we're gonna get there. Even at its thickest, like we're being like physically abused, controlled, and oppressed. People are still gonna say, get over it. We don't have it that bad. You know what I mean? When on the road, we do.
We've always, you know what I mean? We always have.
Yeah. So that's why,
I'm working in the neighborhood if you want to stop by.
Yeah, where?
I don't know. I'll send you the address, but I'm working in the neighborhood today.
Wow. I'm like intrigued by your schedule because you're like, you wait till she picks, like, it's all on the fly. Like, you play everything by ear. I don't live my life that way. That would seriously, like, freak me out and be like, okay.